And now it's time for another spine-tingling episode of Terrifying Tales of the Graduate School.
Good evening. Welcome to the top of Allen Hall, to MSU's Graduate School. I'm your host, Dr. Brian Henry, Associate Dean. We are thrilled to have you as our special guests to hear a chilling tale about a former student whose path went sadly awry. Graduate study can be both a rewarding and haunting experience. As you'll see shortly, keeping up with the requirements as a graduate student is the best way to avoid an unnecessary fright. Once again, we thank you for joining us tonight and invite you to hear the nightmarish tale of former graduate student Hal Owen.
Once upon a morning dreary, Hal woke to find himself weary. His unsubmitted application, the deadline passed the night before. The shock, the horror, he felt so firm, was causing his poor body to swoon. For knowing now to a new term, must he submit again his app for the Master of Darkness in Mortuary Science once more. To do better, try harder, he typed, he swore. Submitted and awaiting his letter, Hal remembered feeling better. That was until time to register. Behold, a problem unaccounted for. A bulldog at last, except for this hold Hal needed to pass. Riddled and flabbergasted, for answers quickly he did explore. Missing official transcripts, they said he must send for. Oh, how Hal wished he had done so before.
His soul began yearning to start his assistantship earning, but soon another blunder he bore. The status of his GAE could offer no relief, and with gauntly unbelief, his assistantship was no more. The fact remained, offer letters unsigned would leave him sore. Approvals lacking shook him to the core. Grad assistants and classes online, max hours covered are 9. Clearly stated, many places seen, alas, he did ignore. Hal Owen again did find a haunted state of mind. Additional hours he was fined and added to the score. Attention he should have paid, now he'll owe more, leaving him longing for times before.
Classes quickly were transpiring, days forever passing, flying. Realizing he had not done professional development before, Hal searched and detected the 3MT he selected. The deadline passed, he was rejected and done for. His resume, he reflected, would say nothing more. No experience or networking, nothing more to show for. Hal had made no friends, had no community sense. He asked himself what to do to get out of this bore. Hungry in the dark he sat, pizza he wished he had. If only he had known that, the GSA offered the free food he had asked for. Even more at that, not only food, but friends he'd adore. He should have joined the group for fun, events, and more.
Away flew Hal to buildings dreary, for a signature not smeary. No, not smeary on the page to list his profs, a team of 4. Alas, 4 signatures he needed. Those instructions went unheeded. Went unheeded from the list the grad school posted at its door. For these professors, grim and weary, our poor Hal spoke quite unclearly. Quite unclearly did he tell the tale of his sad thesis wrote. And listened they and found him slacking in some detail sorely lacking. Lacking detail, on the page they stamped the following, I quote, "Hide ye hence, Sir Hal Owen, never to return again. Again to trouble each of us. Your thesis was an awful bore." On top of this grim aggravation, Hal had made no application for the right to graduate. We'll his visage see nevermore.
Nevermore, nevermore. This concludes the harrowing tale of Hal Owen. May your Halloween fare better than Mr. Owen's time with us. I'm sure that if he were here, he would wish the same. Happy Halloween from the graduate school at Mississippi State.
And so we come to the end of the tragic tale of Mr. Hal Owen. Be sure to join us next time for another spine-tingling episode of Terrifying Tales of the Graduate School.